again. My name is Patrick Honeycutt, and I will be presenting this integrated video essay to discuss the findings in the Strength Finder Survey. And we'll provide a rationale for the importance of focusing on one's strengths rather than his or her weaknesses. One of the salient points and takeaways from this course on organizational behavior, OB at FIU, is that there is no one solution that fits all in a complex business environment. However, through the application of innovative management practices, an organization could exploit the strengths of its employees and create an environment that contributes to value-added synergies. Such efforts are crucial to developing core competencies and retaining a competitive advantage through resources and capabilities. As part of the learning experience of this course, I took the Strength Finder survey to assess my strengths. The results of the survey was particularly beneficial because my responses to the survey question were analyzed in depth to streamline my strengths. One might ask, why would a survey focus on a person's strengths rather than their weaknesses? Well, that's a good question, especially given the fact that many organizations in our society at large tend to be obsessed with focusing on people's shortcomings rather than their strengths. Conversely, the empirical research of Gallup scientists discovered that people have several times more potential for growth when they invest in developing and cultivating their strengths instead of correcting their weaknesses. The survey listed my strengths as focus, analytical, strategic, relator, and responsibility. The survey results did in fact coincide with my assessment of my own strengths. To better understand how I can optimize my effectiveness as a manager and entrepreneur, we will review the results of the Strength Finder survey, and I'll compare those results with my personal assessment. The first thing is focus. Focus is that instinctive evaluation to determine if a particular action would help me move toward my goal. Focus tends to be that driving force that helps me to be more efficient. It also helps wandering team members get back to the main road, because we tend to remind others if something does not contribute to the ultimate goal or objective. Because if it's not important, it's really not worth my time or effort. And I must concur with that assessment because in the business environment, I'm continually faced with competing priorities. Priorities that compete for time and resources. Yet, this attribute of focus helps to adjust and maintain priorities on what is truly important to the bottom line, or factors that contribute to attaining those goals. The next thing that the identified is that of being analytical. Analytical is an insistence that theories be sound, rational, and can be substantiated with data. Challenging other people's theories and asking them to prove it. Seeking to understand patterns and how they affect one another. Pursuing the root cause of an issue relentlessly. I think having an innate ability to peel away layers until a root cause is discovered can be quite beneficial when resolving problems. An analytical mindset can be construed or misconstrued as being confrontational or nitpicky. But many of the same critics tend to seek the advice of an analytical person when they need or want concrete data to make important business decisions. The next element identified was that of being strategic. Strategic is that distinctive perspective that allows one to think through alternatives and choose the best path forward. Having the ability to discard paths that lead to nowhere. Logically go through what-if scenarios to evaluate the implications of alternatives. By possessing this strategic mindset, it gives me the foresight and ability to predict future events or actions. The next strength that we identified was that of being a relator, which is an attribute that tends to be drawn towards people that I already know. Although it is enjoyable to befriend someone and to turn that stranger understand the feelings, goals, fears, etc., and would like others to understand mine. It's only those genuine relationships that really have value. Just like this, because you know, any kind of relationship that's so real, that's genuine, does come from inherent risk. And we avoid individual character, but it's a job. So that's just more that is title focus. And the last that the survey identified was of the attribute of responsibility, which is that willingness to accept psychological ownership for any endeavor that I commit to and feel emotionally bound to follow through to completion. If I'm unable to deliver results, I look for ways to make up for it because it's often apologies or not acceptable, totally unacceptable. Oftentimes, too, when new responsibilities are assigned, I am sought after because someone want to get something done. They want to make sure it happens, and being a responsible person gives you that reputation of being a go-to guy. That the survey identified was of the attribute of responsibility, which is that willingness to accept psychological ownership for any endeavor that I commit to and feel emotionally bound to follow through to completion. If I'm unable to deliver results, I look for ways to make up for it because it's often apologies or not acceptable, totally unacceptable. Oftentimes, too, when new responsibilities are assigned, I am sought after because someone want to get something done. They want to make sure it happens, and being a responsible person gives you that reputation of being a go-to guy when needs have to be met. And of what I learned from the course and how I will apply those things to my life personally. The first question said, what did StrengthsFinder reveal as my greatest strength? And what do I personally believe to be my greatest strength as a leader? And how do I intend to build upon these strengths? I think the attributes that StrengthsFinder identified were accurate or are accurate depictions of my strengths. That is, my individualized qualities tend to make me feel compelled to take on leadership roles, whereas others might feel more comfortable with being a passive follower or just simply accept things at face value without exercising any real cognitive reason. For me, it tends to come more natural. The second question is, what concepts from the course did I find to be most useful? Given the fear of dynamic business environment, I think the concept of leadership motivation is most useful. The reason being, it's important to understand key success factors, effective leadership, to gain better insight into what motivates employees. Without a motivated cohesive team, the organization falls short of its capability. So an effective leader has to communicate his or her vision to others and help them connect with it and make that vision their very own. I believe this is also for creating this. The next question is, what sets of motivation do I believe to be most effective? I think reward-based motivation is most effective. Of course, different types of rewards should be available for employees because not everyone is motivated by the same type of reward. For example, one employee might be motivated by pay increase that will ramp up their contribution, whereas another employee might be motivated by benefits or merit or simple recognition. For this reason, I think it's important for managers to figure out what works best for their employees. The next question is, what concept team leadership do I believe best fit my approach and will result in high level performance? I think leaders who are genuine and who connect with their subordinates are most effective. Just being a leader, just being able to ability to relate to others and to feel highest level of performance. The last question is, how would I overcome resistance to change in my own organization? Well, I look at the fact that it's they ever change. The only real constant is change. It's inevitable. Change is occurred, so it is much better to accept that change will occur, but to adapt so that it is not so rigid to the point where we can't adjust flexible and be. Although technical skills are indeed necessary, they are simply not enough to be successful in today's management environment. Today's workplace is demanding, and it necessitates that leaders possess people skills. That's just the bottom line. So in conclusion, I really appreciate the fact that this course illuminated the intricacies of being an effective leader. I really know, because I really know that this adds another dimension to my management style and could help me to reach my goals by exploiting my strengths.